Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin profitability and how it's at one of the lowest points in the past 5 years. We're reading an article here and talking about the reasons for that and the game plan you can have when you set up your data center. The plan, the general plan, you have to have a strategy when you're mining Bitcoin. You don't just jump in and start mining at whatever price. You pay for the miners, whatever the electricity cost is. All that has to be a strategy, a game plan. So we're going to be talking about that as soon as I read these two articles here and just going over that in today's video. Hope you guys like this one. It's going to be pretty interesting. And before we get started, you guys know our drill here at Crypto LLC. We sell miners, we build data centers, we set up anything that our clients require, be anywhere in the world. A lot of our clients from the United States, so that's preferable. But if you have mining facilities out in the Middle East, out in Russia, out there somewhere, we can also help you build those data centers as well, as long as it has good electric rate. Also buying miners, buying, selling. So if you want to sell your miners, you want to buy miners, we have that also available at cryptollc.org. And before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth and Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, let's get started. So today's video, we're talking about this article here. It's from unchainedcrypto.com, and it's what it says. In contrast, the average Bitcoin hash rate was just 161 ethahash in November 2021 when the price of Bitcoin was trading at a similar level. Data from Hash Rate Index shows Bitcoin's hash price sitting at its lowest level over the 5-year period. Now, if you're wondering what is the hash rate index, also have that article pulled up for you here. And it's going to be from data.hashrateindex.com. And this is data taking, or this was actually created by Luxor. So give you an idea what that is, and I'll talk about what it means. Hash rate is a function of 4 inputs: network difficulty, Bitcoin price, block subsidy, and transaction fees. So this is how it works. Hash rate is different throughout the whole market, the whole Bitcoin ecosystem. It's different because you can have a hash rate, let's say 100 ethahash on S9s, you can have 100 ethahash on S17s, you can have 100 ethahash on S21 Pro, and all of those are different. They're different because you can have efficient ethahash or you can have inefficient. So to get to 100 ethahash on S9s, you're going to need, I don't know, millions of those S9s to get to 100 ethahash. To get to 100 ethahash on S9, S21 Pro, you're going to need a lot less. So the efficiency is hugely increased. I think the efficiency on the S9s, as I remember, it's a really old miner, I think it was around 80 or 100 watts a terahash. And the S21s are around, I think it was 12 or 14. So you can see huge difference. And so what they're talking about in these articles, they're saying if you take a miner like an S21, you take the newest one, even if you take an older one, the hash rate as of today makes it very, very hard to mine Bitcoin or to be profitable in Bitcoin if you are using older miners. So if you are running an S19 in full blast, meaning that you are getting 29.5, 30 watts a terahash, that at that level, you are going to be break even, or you're going to be making nothing. You're going to be negative. You're going to be in total negative if you're at that rate. Now, of course, there's the price of electricity. If your electric price is 3 cents, 4 cents, then maybe you'll be fine. You're not making much money, but you're not going to be negative at that rate. So all of these take into effect, right? You got to have your miner. How much is it producing? You have its efficiency, your electric rate. There's also the transaction fees. How many people are using Bitcoin, because you get a percentage off of that. If you're mining on PPS Plus, you get that as well. So all those come into that equation. And when you take that, for the past 5 years, it is at one of the lowest points. So we have a situation here with Bitcoin mining where the hash rate is really, really high. A lot of new miners just came out. Show you guys around. I'm walking around this park here. Still in Washington State, by the way. But if you take your miner, right? If let's say it's an S21, so you're getting really, really good efficiency. But if you're mining at a high electric cost, you're mining at, 9, 10 cents, you are going to be a lot less profitable than if you're mining at 4 cents. Now, if you go the other way around, you have an older miner and you're mining at a low cost electric rate, then you're going to still have the same situation as if you have a better miner at a higher rate. So all of that goes into that equation. But the point is that for the past 5 years, it is at one of the lowest profitability for miners. And one of the ways you can go around this problem is, first of all, for any miner out there, one of the big things you should focus on is focus on getting the best rate you can in terms of electricity, right? Get the best rate you can. And how you do that is when you look for your farm, where you're going to place it in a state, in a jurisdiction where the power company can give you a good rate. Make sure that it's a jurisdiction where you can have as least amount of problems and all of that, but the most important is obviously your rate. So you're chasing for that rate. So if you are at 6 cents, try to lower that to 5. If you're at 5, try to go to 4. And your ideal spot is going to be around 4, 3.5, 4. Anything less than that is close to impossible to get. So if you have that rate, you're pretty much set. And it's going to be really, really hard to get less than that. You're going to have to go fishing around in Africa somewhere or like South America in shady places, trying to get anything like low 3s or sub 3. If you get into like the 2 cent range, then that becomes really shady unless you're, on nuclear power. But that's the one thing you got to focus on. Now, the other way you can come to this problem here and solve this problem is if you are hosting, right? If you're looking to host, you don't want to build, you want to just host or host your miners, right? The other way you can solve this problem is you're going to have to go with the best miners that you can get. So you're going to have to go with S21 Pros, because at S21 Pro level of miner, and you're getting 7.5 cents kilowatt hour, at that rate, you will also be fine, right? You'll be making money. You're going to have no issues there. So those are the factors you have to consider. And again, you can't do what you could have done like a year or two ago by going with older miners and running them in full blast and mining at 7.5 cents, or basically the average hosting rate. You can't really do that. Like a lot of our clients right now, they bought miners like a year ago, and those miners were run in low power mode. So first they ran them in full blast, but we told them like as soon as the Bitcoin halving comes in, you're gonna have to switch to low power mode because eventually you will become unprofitable at 30 watts terahash. And we were dead right about that. That's exactly what happened. The halving came, and exactly as we told our clients what would happen, that did happen. And they were all running in low power mode at 23 watts terahash on those S19J Pros in low power mode. So they were better off like that. But a lot of mining facilities out there, hosting facilities, they don't offer that service. What they tell their clients is, hey, it's going to be full blast or nothing. And when it's full blast or nothing, as soon as this situation came around, they were all in a horrible position and they were all losing a lot of money. So I'm assuming that a lot of these guys, not our clients, but just other mining facilities, that they probably closed shop and just said, you know what, I'm not gonna run my miners at a loss, month after month after month after month. No one's going to be doing that. But this is something you need to consider. And again, at 5 years. So what's the next step? What do we think here at Crypto LLC is going to happen in the foreseeable future here in the next couple of months, maybe 6 months? So if you look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin price chart, you look at the hash rate chart, at any moment, Bitcoin should go up. It should. It has always done that. Our assumption here at Crypto LLC is about 4 months after the halving is when the new bull market comes into effect, right? That comes to fruition. That bull market is usually about 4 months after the halving. So if you count the halving was in April, you add 4 months on top of that, and you should have a new bull market going up. As of right now, it still has not come to fruition, right? It's just sitting there. You know, it's even going down a little bit here with all the whole Fed news and the housing market and all that. So there is that price pressure for Bitcoin where it actually went down. Now it's at, I think, 56 or 55,000. So there is that problem continuous, right? It's continuing. So again, our opinion here is going to be in the next, hopefully, 1 to 6 months, Bitcoin should pick back up and go back into a profitable territory. And if you're thinking, well, what is the profitable territory? So for like S19J Pros in low power mode, profitable territory would be like around 70,000, where you're making decent money. And then if you wanted to make, good money, you're gonna have to have Bitcoin at around 80, 90,000 to have S19J Pros make good money. So keep that in mind. That's the figures we're looking at. That's what makes sense. But again, there's two scenarios you can do. The other one is just be like, you know what? I'm gonna be really, really safe. I'm not gonna buy the J Pros, right? I'm gonna pay the premium price. I'm gonna get the S21s. I'm gonna get the Pro version, not even the regular one, the S21 Pro. I'm gonna get the best of the best efficiency miner. I'm gonna get those ones. And I'm gonna pay, I think they're like 3,000 or somewhere around there, their price range, changes all the time, but it's around there. So it's pretty expensive miners. But if you want to get those, then yes, of course, you'll be profitable, you'll be making good money and all that stuff, but you will be paying a premium. So that is one way you can go around this problem and not have to worry about where the Bitcoin price is. But if you want to go with use, you can still do use, by the way. The use miners are very, very cheap because of this whole situation where Bitcoin is at 56,000. The hash rate is really, really high right now. And all those factors coming into effect, you have S19s, J Pros, Ks, they're really, really cheap. You can get used ones for a couple $100 right now, used S19 J Pros for like $300 or $400, somewhere around there. And so that's a good price. And so if someone wants to take that risk, you can. But then again, what kind of electric rate do you have? Do you have hosting, or are you building your farm? So all of this comes into the whole strategy, the whole plan here with what you're going to be doing. And that's what we come in with Crypto LLC. We help our clients make those decisions. If they have a farm of their own, if they have a farm they want to build, they got all the permits and they got a PPA signed at the power company, they got a certain rate, it's coming online in 6 months, all that, and they need some guidance on that, what decision to make, what miner to get, what to run, what kind of efficiency to run them at, because all those things play a role in what your profits are going to be and what your long-term strategy is going to be. So yeah, that's pretty much today's video. Wanted to talk to you guys about that. I hope you guys like the new type of content here that we're making. Please leave a comment, let us know what you guys think. I'm just walking around this park. I think it's more interesting just to walk around and show you guys the park. You guys have some background to look at. If I did like a desktop, like sitting at my computer, I think that's pretty boring. I'd just be sitting at my desk and you just be looking at my dumb face sitting there. I don't think you guys want to do that. Maybe it's better if there's like some sunshine and some trees and stuff like that. You guys can take a look at just kind of where I'm walking around. I think it's more interesting. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and then what you guys think about the whole news for today, and what other type of content you guys want me to make here. So I'll be selecting from the news. I'll make videos from the farms. I'll also make videos, desktop videos. I still will do those once in a while. Going over the farm, going over the firmware, things like that, where I need to show you guys the computer. But a lot of the videos are going to be from just walking at the park, and once I move to Florida, I'll have ocean videos. So that's going to be more interesting, huh? I'll have videos from Florida, walking around the ocean. So we'll see more interesting things over there. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. Like, subscribe, and with this new format and with posting videos, I'm going to try to post videos, by the way, every single day, or at least like 5 days a week. I'll try to post a video. So hopefully that has a great impact on subscribers and viewership and all that, because it looks like YouTube prefers constant videos being uploaded. So hopefully that helps. Well, that's going to be it for this one. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.